From a performance point of view, I think you've always got to start with really understanding what it is you're trying to aim for, and trying to get as much information as possible about what winning looks like. And for the athletes, they need to be aligned insofar as they're committed internally and driven towards the goal, because everybody wants the goal. It's actually the commitment to the work required and what it takes to win, if you like. In our case, we established the individual rider goals to start with. What do they want to achieve? How do they want to achieve it?
You really get part of their life, and you're helping them to achieve big goals.
Because you've got to train hard, do hard yards to be able to win these events.
It's at the heart of everything we think about, to be honest.
There are various individuals with obvious goals. You know, Chris would like to win his 5th Tour de France, and Geraint surely would like to go back and defend his first, as it were. And then we got riders like young Egan Bernal, who's developed fantastically well last year, and it'd be great to see his continued development and progression.
We build up a picture of what each of the races look like, what the motivations are for all of our key riders who are going to win races for us, and the other riders who are either developing or are support riders for the performers, for the winners. So we start to gather all that information and put it together, and that's done with Dave Brailsford leading the team, with Rod Ellingworth as the performance director, and then with the coaches and the sports directors.
And a lot of what I do is about planning for the future. I've always sort of done that pretty well, or that's been my sort of forte in a way.
The sports directors, all being ex-pros, obviously have a really good understanding of what it's going to take to perform in those races.
I'm always sort of looking 3, 4, 5 months ahead.
We have to stay ahead of the curve.
Not looking at the challenges that we have.
We have to keep working hard. We're only doing what everyone's going to be doing in a couple of years' time, and so we need to keep thinking one step ahead.
I think last year we had 260 odd days of racing. I pretty much guarantee that 230 days of the year, our riders were warming down on kickers in front of everybody.
Things like warming up and warming down in particular after stages, it's not rocket science, but no one was doing it.
When we first started that sort of 2011, it was really sort of not done in professional cycling.
And now everyone does it. G's journey took him from being a track rider to a one-day racer, to a one-week stage racer, and now to a Grand Tour winner.
Geraint Thomas has used the kicker specifically to increase peak power.
We recognised for him to be able to make that progression, he was going to need to continue to develop his power.
And this was a couple of years ago, you know, it's part of his long-term development.
Because it was pretty good, but it wasn't where it needed to be to win the Tour.
It's really hard to do on the road. You can do it on the road out training, but I think, you know, you're more guaranteed to get the work done if you're in one place, you're stationary, and you really concentrate on that effort.
We now spend as much time reflecting and reviewing our successes to see what worked but what could be better for next time, to make sure that we don't get complacent and stagnate.
I'm not sure complacency fits in elite sport, really. I just don't think people are complacent in elite sport. You might get a little bit comfortable. You know, you've got something in your back pocket, it's there, you've got it, it's not going to go away, and you've got it.
You know, this year we've got the fantastic situation to be in, to have one guy who's won 4 Tour de France's who wants to win his 5th, and the defending champion who wants to win his 2nd.
We identify what we're going to need and what it's going to take to win, basically. We're trying to achieve excellence and how you continue to achieve that.